webinar innovation in young minds through critical thinking. To briefly explain about our today's chief guest, Dr. C.R.RENE Robin, sir, is a professor and dean of innovation from the Sairam Engineering College. He has completed his ME in 2006 and PhD from College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University. So, he has published various papers in 32 international journals, 32 international conferences, and various national level conferences. He has also published book chapters and books. He has been a resource person like various webinars, and he has organized around 15 plus short-term courses. So he has visited the countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Wales, England to act as a resource person. I'm really happy to briefly explain about the awards and the achievements of our today's chief guest. He is a recipient of Award for Research Excellence by Indus Foundation, also Award for Teaching Excellence at Global Educational Summit 2013, Best Citizen of India Award 2013 by International Publishing House, New Delhi, Young IT Professional Award 2013 by CA, Mentor Award, the Great Mind Challenge 2011 by IBM, Best Academic Performed Award, and Best Teacher Award. It's great pleasure, sir, for accepting our invitation and for handling these today's sessions.
Thank you, ma'am. Kindly confirm my video and audio. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible and yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Good morning to all. Can you send your response in the chat box? How are you? I'm asking these questions to students and all the participants. How are you? Yes? Yes. Thank you, Harshavardhan. Good morning, sir. Hope you're fine too. Yes, I'm fine. Any other response? Are you there? I think around 80 participants are there in the group, in the meet. Can you, at least I want few responses from the participants. How are you? My question is, how are you? Very simple question. Hope I'm audible. Among 90 participants, I have received only one response. I have received only one response. Yes. Sandhya, fine, sir. Thank you. Then Soumya, fine, sir. What about you? I'm fine. Thank you. Yes? Okay. Shalini, thank you. Fine, sir. Okay. Hope you are all both physically and mentally present in the Google Meet. Yeah. It's very challenging to meet the students in Google Meet on virtual meetings, conducting virtual meetings too. Okay. So very good morning to all. I'm Dr.C.R.RENE Robin, Dean in Innovation of Sairam Group of Institutions. Very happy to address the students of R.M.D Engineering College on the topic Instil the Innovation in Young Minds through Critical Thinking. How many young minds are here? How many of you feel that I am young? How many feel that you are young? Those who are feel young, say yes. Type yes. Type yes. If you feel that you are young, type yes. Yes. Ravina ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yes, students, tell me, how many of you feel that you are young? If you feel you are young, type yes in the type. Yes, sir, Sandhya, thank you. Thank you, Roja Shri. Gobinath, yes. Harsha, yes. Harshavardhan, yes. Super. So I have selected a good platform for injecting the spirit of innovation. So the title itself is very catchy. Instill the innovation in young minds through critical thinking. Okay. So nowadays, with the direction of Ministry of Education, IIC, engineering institutions are started thinking about critical thinking, design thinking. So gone all the days we are in focused on the educational ecosystem. Now we are moving towards the innovation ecosystem. Let me start my presentation with the quotation or these statements made by Honorable Prime Minister of India during the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2022. And his statement, first statement with respect to innovation, subtle tinkering labs and I create and other initiatives are propelling innovation in the country. I was wondering to see that the innovations normally will happen at industry, normally will happen at the business minds. But these two things, Atal Tinkering Labs and I Create and other initiatives, you know where the Atal Tinkering Labs are there? Where the Atal Tinkering Labs are there? You can type it in the chat box. Where the Atal Tinkering Labs are there? Any idea? Any idea where the Atal Tinkering Labs are there? Hmm? If I say Atal Tinkering Labs are available in schools, how many of you are agreeing with me? If you're agreeing, type yes. If you're not agreeing, type no. Yes. I'm saying that Atal Tinkering Labs are available in schools. How many of you are agreeing with me? If you're agreeing, type yes. If you're not agreeing, type no. Come on. Yes, the same students, let me ask Sandhya, Shalini, Gopinath, Harsha, Harshavardhan, Lavanya. Kindly respond. At least you people can respond. I'm saying that Atal Tinkering Labs are available in schools, and how many of you are agreeing with me? If you're agreeing yes, type yes, otherwise no. Yes. Harshavardhan, are you there? Harshavardhan, IT department. Are you there? Yes. Sandhya, yes. Thank you. Gokul, yes, sir. Shalini, yes. Sarusha, yes. Krish Manihandan, yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I I am happy that you are all listening and be attentive because I frequently ask this kind of questions. Atal Tinkering Labs and I Create Innovation Create and other initiatives. These are all available in schools and colleges. And our Honorable Prime Minister is saying that innovations are propelling. Okay, I was wondering the word propelling, and it's not depending on the corporate and industries. And having a great hope on the educational institutions. And the second statement is I urge the youth to look at innovations that will benefit countries all over the world, not just India. Okay, there's a call from the Honorable Prime Minister to think about innovation, and your innovation is not going to address the local issues; it's going to address the issues of the countries. For that, what you need to know the local issues and the global issues, and where you are starting your working and your innovation, how you need to start your innovations. And I strongly believe that this session would be an orientation session, and you will get a lot of insights if you really attend this event physically and mentally. Okay. And in one more statement he made, he said, "We are currently witnessing an infrastructure revolution, a space revolution, and a talent revolution, and every sector in India is growing." Okay, and it's, in fact, it is very, very fact. Okay, the revolution with the infrastructure revolution. Even if you look at the institutions that which you are studying and which I am working, the infrastructure revolutions are happening. The infrastructure we have not there 10 to 15 years before. So it's an evidential proof that there is an infrastructure revolution is happening for the betterment of the student, and space revolution and talent revolution. You are the talents, young minds, students are the talents, and and the institution has realized that you're such a resourceful people, and so install is the problem. Okay, and orientation is the problem. And if you orient them in a proper way, if you install them in the proper way, and these young minds will, if you ignite the young minds, and a lot of innovations will happen in education institutions. So keeping this mind, our honorable prime minister said that infrastructure revolution, space revolution, and talent revolution are happening. Okay, so uh, the evolution of web and the evolution of the industries, it's all the evidential proof that we are moving towards the industrial 5.0, and these revolutions are really happening. Okay, and I was really happy to know this statement that the future of India will depend on the innovation and work done by the youth. He has not mentioned the future of India is in the hand of politicians. Has not mentioned that future of India is with us. He is not mentioning that future of India is with the corporate. He is not mentioning that future of India is depends on in the hands of industry, but rather he is telling that the future of India will depend on the innovations and work done by the youth. Okay, have you got? Can you able to understand, or can you able to realize your existence, the young minds, the innovations? Okay, if you really realize it, type yes. Yes, sir. We are responsible for the innovation or the future of India, and we are responsible, and India is depending on our innovation. If you believe that, please type yes. If you believe that, type yes. So what is my your belief is just my innovation or my country will depend on also depending on my innovation. If you really, if you realize it, please type yes. If you feel that it is correct, then type yes. Yes. Yeah. So why I'm asking is because these things are the this 1 hour or 1.5 hours I'm going to interact with you, and I strongly believe that you are going to learn something new. Normal classrooms cannot teach normal. Our curriculum may not give this kind of stuff to you, and future of student, future of India, future of you purely depends upon how, yeah, about your innovation and how innovative you are with respect to your. So, and the Smart India Hackathon is an excellent example of public participation. So it's a wonderful platform for every students. Okay, so following this, even the institutions are conducting various hackathon competitions, and we sometimes will call it as a competition based learning model. Okay, I was seeing one of the interviews of the founder of Infosys, Narayana sir. He said India must solve its grand challenges before thinking in terms of global leadership. And our focus is towards the global leadership. And every student, if you want to ask, your engineering student, even if I ask you what you want to be, you will say that I want to work in a multinational company, and I want to become like a Sundar Pichai. I want to become like the other people, the Nutella, Nathala. So, yeah, they are all inspiring. There is no doubt at all. And at the same time, who is going to address the grand challenges of India? It's a question mark in front of every students, every educational institutions. The prevailing problems, who is going to address it? Keeping this In mind, Mr. Narayanamurthy has said India must solve its grand challenges before thinking in terms of global leadership. My dear students, would you like to know the grand challenges of India? I will list out, I'm going to give some challenges. Chennai is experiencing this right now. Okay, we had Chennai flood in 2015, and after the 2016 Varda cyclone came, and every monsoon from October or November to December, October, November, December, we live in an uncertainty arena. We do not know what will happen to our city. Okay, 2 days back, due to the heavy rain, water came inside even our home, and we suffered a lot. We suffered a lot, and every people, that's it's a challenge in front of the it's a challenge of the capital of Tamil Nadu, capital of Tamil Nadu. We may call it as Chingaras Chennai, but continuously if I get a rain, even for 15 centimeter rain, this much things happened. Assume that the rain which the my uh, the other places like Tarangambadi, Sirgali, more than 50 centimeters. If you'd have got 50 centimeter rain, the situation of Chennai, just think about it. But we want rain, we want water. Okay, though the water came inside our home, we are happy that we are blessed with showers of blessings, the good rain, and the summer we will manage, we will tackle, and we are having the rainwater harvesting, so we have send all the waters to the ground. In that way, we are very happy that okay, we will manage. But if you ask me any technological solution we have for that, or can we have a technological solution or infrastructure solution? It is possible. Okay, so if we have proper planning and other thing, and so far we don't have proper that much. The technology is not that much to predict the rain and do other things. So the way to drain the water and preserve the water, we don't have proper technology. Okay, so this is a situation of the capital of Tamil Nadu, and the same time the capital of country is facing the air, and air is the total air is toxic. The situation of for the 50 years, for the past 50 years, every winter, they will uh, close the schools, colleges, and the capital of our country will face a lot of problems due to this. And my dear students, we don't have any proper technology for that, and the serious scarcity of potable water in the country. It's a bad situation, and the people, those who are living in Chennai, may get water when the moment we open the tap. But it is not the scenario of the village people. But statistics says that 80% of the people are living in villages. I still remember my childhood when I was in a village. It's my sole responsibility to bring 10 to 15 pots of water every day to my home, and we travel around half a kilometer with all kind of necessary equipments to carry the water from the well. Uh, the water will be there under 300 to 350 kilometers depth. So this is a situation of 80% of people are struggling to get potable water. Potable water is nothing but we are all getting potable water because when you open the tap, you will get the water. But it's not the case of every village. Okay, this typical example I am giving to you. So can these problems are addressed? Yes, it is possible to address this problem. Who is going to address this problem? These are the challenges Mr. Narayanamurthy sir said. India must solve its grand challenges before thinking in terms of global leadership. And these are all the global leaders decorating the arena. The Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, Aravind Krishna, then Praga Gowal. So they are all the came, and even list is going. And if you take the statistics of people moving from India to abroad for higher education and set for settling in abroad, is no, they're all passionate people. Even most of you would have the desire of going abroad for your higher education and getting a job in multinational companies. We are not against of it. Wish you all the very best. But you are supposed to do something before you leave your country. That is what this session is more important. Okay, I just want to throw this to you, and I hope that you will catch it in a right way and return it in a positive way. Okay, and the 10 to 15% of people are moving from India to abroad for education, for career, and so on. But remaining 80 to 80% of people have decided to live in India. Okay, and they wanted to live in India. They wanted to live for India and die for India. Okay, they don't have any passion. They don't have any desire to go to abroad and settle in abroad. Okay. What you and me going to contribute for those people have decided to live in India? 80 to 80% of the people. Would you like to know the expectation of the remaining people? If you really know, interested to know the expectation of the remaining people, type yes. If you're really interested to know the expectation of the remaining 80 to 80% of the people, those who have decided to live in India, if you really would like to know, type yes. Can I get some response? Some response. Yes. Would you like to know the remaining people, remaining 80 to 80% of people, those who are living in India, and would you like to know their expectation? What is their basic expectation? Can you type it in the type box, please? Yes or no? Yes. Vivita, are you there? Krish Manigandan, are you there? Shalini, are you there? Would you like to know the expectation of remaining people? Remaining people, those who have decided to live in India. Yes or no? Pravina ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Students are there. They are located in different places or in same place?
No, sir. They are sitting in the classroom with the laptop, so they are in the same college only, sir.
In the college. Okay. They are not responding. Why? Any reason?
Yes.
Would you like to know the expectation of?
Students, kindly respond.
It's a yes or no question only. Okay. Krish Manigandan, yes. Hope I am audible now for to everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're clear, sir. Yes,
Yes,
audible.
yes, yes. Thank you, Krish Manigandan, for your response. Because I have some good news for you, and I am just going to give you some of the expectation of the people. From there, you can think about your project and your innovation. Okay. So if you think in it that way, it will automatically reach the people, reach the society. Okay. That is what I'm asking, getting your attention. That's what I'm getting your attention. Okay. I got only one response, Krish Manigandan. He wanted to like to know, and I assume that everybody is interested to know the expectation of the people. Okay, the expectation of remaining people. Now they want reasonable quality of air, they want clean water, and reasonable quality health care, safety for women and children. Can you assure the safety for women and children? Even recent incidents, I don't want to mention their name and other things. Okay, if you read the newspaper every day, some you could see some of the newses which is happening against women and children, and they wanted affordable housing. Okay, and Chennai people, it is very difficult to get own a house. How many of you are having own house? If you have own house, please type yes. If you have own house, please type yes. Okay. So it is very difficult to get. Even most of the parents desire. So if you ask them, no, they have a strong belief on that after your graduation, you'll go for work and you will earn money and you will buy a house. This is one of the most expected thing of today's parents. Affordable housing is a challenging one. One of the motivational speakers is mentioned in a motivational speech that the apartment, she was describing about the apartment living. And she's saying that the right hand side wall is not ours, left hand side wall is not ours, but still we say that it is our home. Okay. And front, that side is not ours, back side wall is not ours, but still we say that it is our own house. When it will be shown, when it will be proved, if you nail it on the wall, the neighbor will shout at you. And you may say that this is your ceiling, but it is somebody's flooring. And sometimes you may say that you say that your this is your flooring, but it's somebody's ceiling. But we pay for this around 1 crore, 1.5 crores rupees to buy a house. This is what the situation. That is what the people's expectation is. They want affordable housing, reasonable quality transportation. So the buses, the public buses, are witnessing every day. If you see the buses, it is witnessing that the transportation is not sufficient for the people. And reasonable quality schooling and the college education for their children. We need to go for admission or book token advance, token booking or something, advance booking the before the birth of the children, or before the birth of a child. This is a situation of our country. And the expectation of the remaining people, they want hassle-free public governance. They don't want any harassment from bribe-seeking party officials, from birth certificate to death certificate, bribes. If you want a birth certificate, if you want death certificate, you have to pay some kind of um, bribes to the officials. So these are all the situation. These are all the this is a state of art, and you and me have a great responsibility of bringing some kind of technological revolution to address these issues. And the government of India is really depending on the higher education institutions and the faculty members and students. That is what spending a lot of money on IICs, and institutions are asked to conduct various awareness programs among the students. And students need to know the responsibilities before they're leaving. Since you are doing a 4 years of study, what is the ultimate contribution to your students? Even some of the institutions, the students will study in government subsidy rate, less fee, but still after completing they will not serve to the country, they won't contribute anything directly, and they will go to abroad and get for their higher studies and settle their life. But still they are very capable of giving something back to the country. And I cannot wait it for a long time. Before completing a graduation, it is possible to provide a sustainable product to the society through your project work. Engineering is all about uh, is an application of doing some studying something, and what you have studied you have to apply it, and when you come up, you have to come out with a product. Okay. So when the first IIT was established in 1956, IIT Rourkela, for first Prime Minister of India, when he was addressing the first convocation, he said this institution will meet the need of the country. Means this institution, the engineering institutions, technological institutions, will provide or will produce sustainable products that will meet the need of the people. Even for small things, we are buying imported products. We don't have the products of Indian products. So even if you look at the place which you are sitting, so many products are, you can see that made in China. We are using every day. We are using from the toys, for the vessels and the furnitures, and all the electronic equipments. they are using China product. So it is the challenge in front of the institution, challenge in front of the educational institution and the students. And you have 4 years of study. What you have done, how did you apply your theoretical knowledge in your projects? Whether your projects are worthwhile to say, to claim that's a partial fulfillment of the degree. Every project report, this word will be there. Partial partial fulfillment of the degree. Can you justify that you are can can you justice that it is right? These are all the challenges in front of you, and don't get panic. It's not too hard to achieve because we have achieved a lot of things. Our past successes, our agriculture productivity. Professor Swaminathan sir has done a tremendous job in agriculture, especially the productivity to meet the need of the all the Indians. He has made a lot of revolution in agriculture, and the we have successfully eradicated polio, measles, TB, and several other diseases. And we are exporting the softwares, so worth of $90 billion to $100 billions every year. And during this COVID-19 situation, India is one among the few countries developed their own vaccinations and distributed to the world. And we have done a lot of tremendous job in space engineering, especially sending satellites to space. Okay, so this let me take you to another challenge. I was started with the Smart India Hackathon. I just want to introduce one more competition, a national competition, Earth Shoot Prize, initiated by Prince William, and it's all about the 5 topics he has planned, and the first edition 2020, and he is going to conduct till 2030. 10 years continuously, he is going to call for the innovation made by industry or education institutions to solve this problem. And they are focusing on waste-free world. Okay, the first objective is build a waste-free world, then review our ocean, revive our oceans, because even Chennai people are witnessing. So we are throwing everything to ocean and just without thinking about the this the lives underwater. Lot of species are living in ocean, and simply we are throwing RO plastics and other thing. When they consume it, they will die, and if we consume fish, and automatically the microplastics will uh, become a part of a blood. So recent threatening news, this is today we are all checking the blood sugar level, and there may be a possibility of checking in the future blood plastic level, microplastics level. So we are not segregating plastics in a proper way, and simply we are throwing. And government is taking a lot of initiatives of uh, eradicating one-time plastics. So we cannot throw leave away from plastics, but we can avoid wherever it is possible. We can avoid, and recycling. If you feel that it's recyclable, you cannot throw it to the dustbin. Collect it at your home and sell it in a shop, Kailangada. And in Tamil, we'll say Kailangada. So they will buy it and they will send it for the proper recycling. Okay, this is the this kind of understanding is not much in our country. If you go to abroad, Western countries, every home they segregate their waste into three: biodegradable, and non-degradable, and hazardous. Okay, hazardous. What I say is bulb, plastics, and other things. Okay, so these things can be resellable. So you can recyclable, and so you can, if you sell it to in that particular shop, they will send it for recycling. Segregation is the process. Instead of segregating, we tie up in all everything biodegradable, non-degradable, and hazardous paste, everything we'll put it in a single plastic bag and throw it to the dustbin. We feel that cleaning our home, uh, if you clean our home, it is everything is clean. Not like that. You are simply cleaning your home and throwing it in the street. Okay, so revive our ocean is very important because natural resources are there. You and me cannot spoil it, and clean our air. Okay, this is one of the, suppose you are coming with a solution, come up with a solution for the toxic air is toxic in Delhi situation. If you are come with some kind of solution, then you can apply for this art uh, under this category. Fix our climate. Okay, and the emission of carbon dioxide, knowingly or unknowingly, it's spoiling our environment. So directly the, if the it will hit the ozone layer, and uh, sunlight directly will come to earth if there is some hole in the ozone layer. We have to be very careful because of the global warming and industrialization. What is happening because of the global warming? So all the icelands are melting. Because of this, the sea level is rising, and if the sea level is rising, the sea will come to land. Okay, and the researchers are saying that even it's a high threatening to the countries like Maldives, the Australia, even Chennai. Possibilities of, if it is continuing, the possibilities of the ocean, the sea will come to or occupy these places. Okay, so there's a website link I have given for Yatsud price. Um, I will show you, and if you have time, you can surf it and get know more information about it. Yes. So you are all doing engineering education. I'm talking about innovation. Some of you may have the questions in your mind that why it's all required for us. We have come here to get a degree. What will happen if I do some innovation? Okay, just to inspire you, I just want to mention Vinisha Uma Shankar. She is from Tiruvannamalai, and when she was doing, she's still doing schooling only. When she was doing ninth standard, she just saw the iron cot people, iron cots in our street. The people, they are um, burning. The iron cut man will burn the coal and get the energy to iron the cloths. And she's saying that if you take the statistics, the amount of carbon dioxide being emitted because of this alone, it will be a hazard for the environment. Even the developed nations are using this. Instead, why don't we go for a solar enabled iron cart? And this is what her innovation. And solar enabled iron cart. Solar enabled iron cart is her innovation. And she applied for the Edgewood Prize and became one of the finalists. And last November 2nd, she has been called to address in United Nations, where all the world leaders attended the conference. So, what is required for innovation, if you ask me? So, these four things are very important: collaboration, ideation, implementation, and value creation. What is collaboration? What is collaboration? Here I am sitting in Sairam Institution, Sairam Engineering College. You are sitting in R.M.D. And there is a knowledge exchange happening. It's a kind of collaboration. Without collaboration, we cannot do anything. You can collaborate among yourself. You are studying IT. You can collaborate with the mechanical department. You can collaborate with the EC department, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary projects for interdisciplinary projects. And you can share your knowledge, views to bring a product. whether a curriculum is supporting it or not. Faculty members need to encourage this kind of activities. Institutions need to encourage this kind of activities among students. And ideation is nothing but, so I've given lot of inputs, and even the Vinisha Umasangar's idea, the moment she saw and experiencing how people are burning the coal to get the energy, and the amount of carbon dioxide being emitted every day, and from that she generated an idea. Similarly, whenever you see something, you have to think about in this way, that what kind of technology solution I can give as an engineering students I can give. So from that you have to come up with generate ideas. That is what generation, ideation. And implementation is nothing but you're implementing it, value creation. So some of us may collaborate, may ideate, and we will implement it in a proper way. But the major missing part of this initiative is value creation. Sometimes we do not know the value of our ideas. Sometimes we may not know the values of our own initiatives. You may not know the values of your project. Value creation. The rest of the few slides are devoted for the value creation, how you can create value. Collaboration I have given. So ideation, when I say that it's a kind of uh, knowledge idea. The first pictorial represent will come to our mind is bulb, because sometimes our ideas may be bright idea, green idea, business idea. So these are very various types of ideas. Okay, and you have to categorize it, whether my idea is a bright idea, whether my idea is green idea. If you are really your ideas are helping the environment, then I can call it as green idea. Business idea, if your ideas is very good for a business model, generating fund for commercialization, I will call your idea as a business idea. And sometimes most of us have this broken idea. Okay, we may think, and we may struggle to fit. So ideas are broken. Sometimes you will come up with a small idea. Sometimes you may come up with a big idea, and sometimes your ideas may be a collection of many ideas. Sometimes, like you, most of you, there is no idea at all. At all. I'll tell a small example. There was a meeting happening in a company, corporate, uh, the toothpaste manufacturing company, and the discussion is going on, and to improve the sale, all the CEOs and the managing directors, they were all discussing how to improve the sale of this toothpaste, the particular brand. And meeting is going on. There won't be any proper conclusion. And there was a office boy, was supplying tea and snacks to the participants. He was simply listening the entire conversation and talk. And he was worried, much worried about the meeting is going to end without any conclusion. And he had an idea. He had an idea, and he got a permission to reveal his idea. And they have permitted him to share his idea. And he shared the idea. His idea is nothing but, to increase the diameter of the toothpaste tube. To increase the diameter of the toothpaste tube. Okay. The reason is every day, morning and evening, we will press we apply amount of pressure to get the paste. Am I right? So if the diameter is got increased, without knowing it, we'll apply the same pressure, and the amount of paste came out from the tube will be little more than the previous. So automatically, suppose if you are using the tube for 15 days, because of this idea, you will use it just for 10 days, and you will buy another tube. This what is idea. Okay, you can call it as. Now the question is whether this idea, which category this idea will fall. Which category, whether it is a green idea or bright idea, or it is a small idea, or it is a big idea. Can I get some kind of response from the audience, from the students? What is the type of this idea? this office boy given an idea, no, to improve the sale of to improve the sale. What is your thinking? Whether it is a big idea, it's a green idea, it is a business idea, it's a small idea. What is your yes? Could you please respond? Which type of idea, as per your as per your perception, I am asking. Yes, students, those who are in the meet can respond. Mr. Balaji, Bhuvanesh, Abhinaya, Dhanavel, Gokul. So you're all present. Okay. Could you please tell the category, which category this idea will suit? Okay. You can call it as a business idea, or sometimes you may say that small idea. Okay, I'm getting response. I'm very good. Let me see. Now this idea, this question is not yes or no question. You are supposed to tell the idea given by the office boy is a bright idea or green idea or a business idea or a small idea or a large idea, big idea, which idea? Okay. Anyway, thank you, Bhuvanesh Manigandan, for responding my question. Value creation, we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about value creation. It is startups, entrepreneurship, intellectual property, right? How we can create value. It's nothing but startups, entrepreneurship, intellectual property, right? The gone are the days. If you take the higher education institution, people think about the examination and placement are the pillars of higher education institute. But nowadays, it is there is a small migration. They started thinking about startups, entrepreneurship, IPR. So we can say that startups and IP are the major pillars of higher education institutions. Okay, even the NAC accreditation, NB accreditations, we are experiencing that. They're asking how many startups, student startups you have, how many faculty startup you have, how many patents you have published, how many patents you have granted. So these are all the questions nowadays. It's showing that startups, we have to focus on startups and getting patent for our work. Okay, so innovation is is an inevitable thing in academic institutions, and everyone has to focus on innovation. So innovation is nothing but invention multiplied by commercialization. Okay, so before knowing innovation, you need to know discovery and invention. Discovery is nothing but difference between discovery and invention is nothing but discovery. Something is already existence. People are going and finding it out. Columbus discovered America. Vasco da Gama discovered India. It's a typical example. Invention, some finding out something new. Electric bulb were not there before Thomas Alva Edison invented electric bulb. Okay, he invented a new one. Okay, so what is the difference between invention and innovation? So we are not using the bulb invented by Thomas Alva Edison. We have made some modification changes. So these changes we call it as innovation. Okay. So innovation can happen at any level, at any product. So you and me are encouraged to do innovation. Okay, because people have already exhaustively worked for invention. There have been a lot of invention. And as even if you want to make some changes in the pen, if you want to make changes, some design changes in the flask, you can do. Okay, and everything is possible for innovation. Okay, so once the innovation, why commercialization is very important is, if you want to claim that your initiative is an innovation, then there must be a business plan and commercialization. If you are not able to, if your product is not sellable, if your product is not capable of launch in the market, and it is not for people to be used, then you cannot claim it as an innovation. So innovation is equal to invention multiplied by commercialization. When you go for commercialization, you have start your enterprise with a small level. We call it as startups. What is the difference between startups and entrepreneurship? So when you start a business, And at the initial stage, let me say that 0 year to 3 years or 4 years, you will struggle a lot for various factors like workspace, financial seed fund, and so on. Okay. So during this period, you will struggle, and somebody will help you to come up in your, so they may provide you workspace, need not pay for the space, and they may provide a seed fund for getting components and establishing your business, doing digital marketing and other things. So these periods, once it is established, your startups will become an enterprise. Mhm. So you will start fund started flowing, and you will get a lot of revenues and so on. Then your enterprise will be called as entrepreneurship. You will become an entrepreneur. So in order to protect all things, you need to go for intellectual property rights, where you have to protect your properties. So intellectual properties are different types: industrial design, trademark, trade secret, geographical location, patent, and copywriting. Okay. So industrial design is nothing but design of a product. Okay. If you look at this Coca-Cola bottle, and it's a revolution from 1899, and every time when they change their the design, they'll go for patent, and other companies cannot get a bottle like this. And trademark, so every product, by seeing their logo, we could see that the trademark of the company. And I have given some of the examples. Could you please look at the first diagram and identify the name of the company? Can you type it in the chat box? Can you type it in the chat box? I have given four trademarks. Can you please identify the relevant brand? Anyone? To Apple. Very good. Krish Manigandan. Thank you. Next. Next. Any other response? What do you mean by ER? Rain tree? No, it's not exactly. Not exactly. It's famous. What I say? Cloth company, especially for men's. Alan Shirley. Very good. Gokul V. Yes. Next two. Remaining two. Could you please identify? The red color one, girl students can easily identify. Girl students can easily identify this logo. Red one. And any foodie, especially vegetarian foodies, can identify the green symbol. Hotel Saravana Bhavan, yes. Gokul, you are right. You have answered for two questions. And come on, try for the another one. One more thing is left. The red color, apple, yes. Dhanusha. Red color one. Women can easily identify. Ladies can. Girls can easily identify. I'll give a clue to you. It is trademark of a jewelry. What jewelry it is? Yes. They are basically from Kerala. They have branches all over world. Yes. Joy Lucas. Okay. So looking at the trademark, you could see. And geographical indication is, I have given some geographical indication. Looking at the every place have certain, every location have geographical location, have its own products. Okay. So I have given three products here. Could you please identify it? Could you please identify it? A name of the place by seeing the product. Could you please name the places? Tirunelveli Halwa. Thank you. Thank you, Ganesh. Next. Next. Come on. Rajapalayam dog. Yes, yes. Thank you, Srisha. Madurai Malli. Super, super. Okay. Good, good. Can you say similar types of in Tamil Nadu? Can you say some of the places and their importance? Some geographical locations. Can you please type similar to This Tirunelveli Alva, Rajapalayam. Dindigul Lock, superb. Next. Next. Srivilliputtur. Srivilliputtur. Thiruvannamalai Deepam. Srivilliputtur Palkova. Yes. Then Manapparai. Manapparai. Tanjavur, Bragadishwar temple. Yes. One more thing is famous in Tanjavur. 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 One more geographical indication we have. Look at me and identify it. Yes. Tanjavur Talayati Pumai. Okay. Manapparai. சொன்னீங்களா இல்லையா சென்னை மெரினா பீச். Okay. Manapparai. Kanjipuram. Yes, Kanjipuram. Salem steel plant, Salem mango, pattu, okay, silk, Nilgiris train, okay, Kanchi pattu, okay, where? So on. We have a lot of historical Kanyakumari, Tiruvallur, rock, OTT, super. Just to look at whether these are all identified. You may say that these are all locations, and we need proper certification for that. The turmeric, even the turmeric, it is our product. But US got geographical indication for turmeric, and finally our government has filed a case against it, and we got it back. And similarly, I will show you another example. Okay, so national level, if you go to Darjeeling tea, Kanjipuram silk, Mysore sandal soap, and Gujia, Rajasthan snacks, and Rasagula. I just want to give a small thing. Rasagula, there was a fight between the state Odisha and West Bengal for the Rasagula. West Bengal is saying that Rasagula is our product. Odisha is saying that Rasagula is our product. Then the case came to Madras High Court. Okay, the verdict is given based on. Then they reviewed all their arguments. They said both have owned their own Rasagula because it's not, these two Rasagulas are not similar, and the texture is spongy. West Bengal Rasagula is spongy in texture, and Odisha Rasagula is soft in nature. Taste is sweet in taste and very not very sweet in taste. It's because of the small minor difference. They are given this identification to both states. Similarly, we have copyrights for, you can go for literary, film, drama, music artist, sound engineers. Okay, so even you could remember there was a dispute between யாருக்கு போட்டது OTT. Okay, ஆமா, நெய்வேலி கோல். சூப்பர். நம்ம நிறைய வரும், கேட்க கேட்க வரும், தோண்ட தோண்ட வரும். ஓகே, நீங்க பாருங்க. Just have a look around it and get more knowledge on it. Your response. Suppose if you identify it has not been geographically not get geographical indication, then we can go for application, file application, and get it for our land to preserve our culture. Okay. There's a dispute happening between Ilayaraja sir and Balasubramanian sir. It's arose because of the copyright issue. Okay, so and ICTY 2.0, how many of you are aware of ICTY 2.0? If you know ICTY 2.0, please type yes. Yes. If you don't know, type no. ICTY 2.0. Tomorrow, IIC is launching 5.0 version, where they are going to challenge the ICTY Innovation Challenge. From tomorrow, it is starting, and you can register your idea, get mentorship and sponsorship for your ideas. Okay, it's a golden opportunity for the engineering students. Don't miss out this opportunity. You can submit as from the institution, individual students can submit. Tamil Nadu startup Tamil Nadu is taking a lot of initiation. Recent call for is Tamil Nadu Agri Hackathon 2022. They want solution for this palm tree climbing palm tree solutions, because palm tree is one of the trees will preserve the groundwater. Okay, and fresh paper is one of the invention made by Kavita Sukla. Kavita Sukla was an Indian origin, settled in United States. When she was doing her PG, she proposed a title. The title is nothing but to preserve the fruits and vegetables with it's a paper. She named it as fresh paper. And the fresh paper is made up of all these spices, organic spices. And she got the idea from her grandma when she was in India. This is the childhood picture of Kavita Sukla. Kavita Sukla is in with her grandma. Now, normally, we used to have the spices to preserve food. Okay, if you go to a kitchen, some of the mothers would use cinnamon to preserve sugar. Okay, if you put a piece of cinnamon inside a sugar tin, the ants and other insects will not come to it. Okay, so that really triggered her, and she um, invented the fresh paper when she was doing her college. It's her project. Okay. If you go to Coimbatore vegetable market, we can see amount of food being wasted every day. Okay, why need not go to Coimbatore market? Go to a fridge itself. Though we have fridge, the amount of food we are wasting. And this fresh paper, if you keep a piece of fresh paper inside a basket full of vegetable and fruits, that will preserve the vegetable and food. And this is folding umbrella. So this monsoon, if you if you go in two wheeler, and the person sitting back seat, if he or she is holding umbrella, it will withstand the wind. The bike will go to one side and the umbrella will go to another side. Okay, so keeping this mind, this particular company has invented or innovated, introduced an innovated umbrella, just made a small change in the design that will withstand a 60 kilometer per hour speed wind. Okay, so without, you can enjoy your two wheeler ride with this umbrella. Okay, and innovation, I was wondering to see the floor mats, how people are making innovation. Okay, this is typical example. The right hand side floor mat was imported from China. Left hand side is our traditional thing. Okay, which one will buy? If you go to a shop, which one is more attractive, will buy. Okay, and the greatest lesson I have learned from this incident is how China is doing research and innovation. We are thinking in this way, that way, but at end of the day, we will not do anything. But they do the innovation even in small things. Innovation on a floor mat and making money out of it. And it is reaching other countries and getting the traction from other citizens. Okay, so you and me are not thinking about doing an innovation on floor mat, where we are making doing lot of mistakes. Have to think in such a way that, okay, I have a good news for you, my dear students. When you go for doing a project work, okay, don't get any product from the library, don't get any product, don't originate any problem from the paper. This is a mistake. The educators, teachers will do that. Go and get an IEEE paper, formulate a problem from the IEEE paper. Even a student is coming with his own idea, will set from where you paper, get the proof of the paper. We are not allowing the students to think. We are not giving that much freedom to the students. And I encourage the faculty members, kindly provide them good avenue and platform for them to think on their own. Okay, you go to society, go to village, go to your own kitchen, identify some of the problems the farmer facing, the village people are facing, the industry people are facing, why your mom and dad facing at your home. Okay, so come up with some kind of ideas, and apply whatever you have studied and get more information. Collaborate with other department people if it is not coming, and entire thing is coming under your department. Sometimes when you go for a product development, we need to help from the mechanical students. Sometimes if you go for a circuit design the product, you may need assistance from EC and EEE students. Collaborate with them, share this idea with them, ask them to be part of this project. You both team do it, jointly do the work, and they will project it in their department, you will project in the department. This kind of little flexibility and adjustment the institution has to provide for the students to come out some kind of innovation. Okay, this is my humble request. Don't search your problem from the American journal or any journal, any IEEE journal or paper. Uh, think about a problem which is directly helping to your own society. Okay, so we are all talking about the MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Their design labs are very lively, and they are focusing on the local societies. Okay, and we need to now let us come to the second part, the critical thinking part of today's talk. Okay, and Albert Einstein said, if I had an hour to solve a problem, I did spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about the solution. The problem is we are not thinking, especially IT and computer science students. Okay, actually, the systematic procedure of developing the library experimentations are you have supposed to write the aim and flow chart, pseudo code, algorithm, pseudo code. Then you'll go to for typing. Okay, what do you mean by software development? What the software development life cycle is talking about? What is software engineering actually? Software engineering is all about software development life cycle. Okay, what software development life cycle is teaching you or taught you? So it taught you 7 phases. It starts from requirement specification, analysis, design, coding, testing, implementation, and maintenance. Okay, are we doing it? Let me ask the question. Let me ask a small question. A common question I used to ask my students: how many of you have developed software? How many softwares you have developed so far? Have you developed any software? This is a yes or no question. Okay. If you feel that I have developed a software, type yes. And suppose if you developed, if you say that you have developed software, then tell me number of softwares you have developed. Yes. Can I get response from the students? Yes. Have you developed any software? I'm asking to IT students. Which year students, ma'am?
Sir, all the second year, third year, and final year students. Sir.
Okay. Okay. Then you just respond to me, my dear students, how many softwares you have developed so far? Or let me ask, have you developed any software? Or waiting for your project? Have you developed any software? Simple question. Yes or no question. It's yes or no question. Please respond to me. Have you developed any software? Basic question, yes or no question. Done many projects, sir. Okay. Pavan Kalyan, yes. So are you agreeing that it's a software? It's a software? Ah. Pavan, have you developed software? Working prototypes, sir. Okay. Okay. Next. Next. Only Pavan Kalyan responded. What about others? Question is very simple. Have you developed any software? Yes or no? If you feel that you have developed software, type yes. Otherwise, type no. No, sir. Shalini. Shalini has admitted no. 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 I have good news for everyone. No. 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 Everybody is waiting for the starting point. If one student has responded, then others are ready to respond. Okay. Right. So you're agreeing that you have not developed any software. Okay. I'll tell you, my dear students, what is software. What is a software? A software will accept an input and do some process and produce an output. Am I right? Hope you all remember. I bring your kind attention to visualize the block diagram of a software. Okay. It will accept some input, process it, and produce some output. This is what the software. Am I right? Okay. So all the experiments you have done from the first year, you would have started your experimentation from Python. Am I right? How many experiments you have done? பைத்தான்ல எத்தனை ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க? பைத்தான்ல எத்தனை ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க? எத்தனை எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்டேஷன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன்? 10 எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்ஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்களா இல்லையா? First year, second year. In all your laboratory, you have developed softwares. That is what your software. But that may be a small software, but it's a software. Okay. The problem is we do not know our potential. We do not know our potential. And one more thing I'll ask you. Have you done all the experiments on your own? If the third year students definitely would have developed around the 30 softwares. You may see that as a program, but I am seeing it's a software. So I'm encouraging you to see as a software you have developed. Suppose you have not developed the softwares on your own. You feel that you are copied from somebody. Don't do the mistakes. Take your records. Once again, start practicing the experiments you have done in the laboratory. And if you are capable of developing that 35 programs on your own and software, you will win the race. You are a good software developer. You are a potential software developer. You are a potential software developer. Okay. So that is what I'm encouraging you. The software definition for software. So you have developed, already you have developed software. You have developed small softwares. Okay. And don't copy it from somebody. So what mistakes, how I'm relating with this? No, we are not doing anything systematically without writing the pseudo code, without drawing the flow chart. Simply go to library, download the coding and execute it and show it to the teachers and get the signature. You feel that you are succeeded, but you are cheating yourself. Albert Einstein said, if 1 hour is given to solve a problem, I will think about the problem. Thinking is very important. You have to think it critically and you have to go for design. Thinking is very, very important. Okay. How the 10th standard and when you were writing 10th and 12th standard, teachers keep on saying that read the question paper carefully read the question paper before start writing. But nobody will follow it. The moment we receive the question paper, we'll start writing it. Keeping this mind, the government of Tamil Nadu has given the notification circular that answer script will be given after 15 minutes of question papers given. First, they will give question paper, then they will make you to read the question paper 10 to 15 minutes. Then only the next bell will ring, you will get the answer script. Okay. So critical thinking for engineers is very important. The critical thinking is all about these 5 things: analytical skills, communication skill, creativeness, open-mindedness, and problem solving. Open-mindedness is very, very important, my dear students. See, there's a myth that the people will say that if I share my idea, somebody will copy it. No, I will not share it. I will not disclose my project to anyone. Okay, as if we are the only people thinking about this problem. Even it is there in BE, ME, PhD itself. People are thinking that we are the only person in the universe thinking about this problem. No, open mindedness, have dialogues, discussions, and problem solving. Okay, we will talk about the problem solving. Okay, I can talk about analytical skill, communication skill, creativity, open mindedness for us together. I will focus on the problem solving part alone. Problem solving is essential to engineers. Engineers are constantly on the lookout for a better way to do this. Dinesh Paliwal, he said, he was the CEO of R.M.D National and Audio and Infotainment. Okay, information through entertainment. So the word coined like infotainment systems company. Okay, so information technology and entertainment. So it's a kind of gaming and other thing. Okay. So 10 key approaches to problem solving are the problem statement, the root cause analysis, abstraction, analogy, brainstorming, trial and error, hypothesis testing, divide and conquer, lateral thinking and reduction. Okay, my dear students, I tell you that there are five components in critical thinking. Analytical thinking, communication skills, creativity, open-mindedness, and problem solving. I'm taking the problem solving and exploring on problem solving. For problem solving, there are 10 approaches are there for solving a problem. Okay. So we'll start with the problem statement. A problem well stated is a problem half solved. If a problem is, if you got the problem, so this is a problem. Normally those who studied software engineering may understand this. Requirement engineering, we have a concept in software engineering called requirement engineering. Okay, do what will happen? Requirement engineering, the developer will sit with the customer to know about the requirement. Okay, otherwise the requirement, the customer will say one and the developer will understand in another way and produce, finally it will not satisfy the expectation of the customer. So keeping this mind, requirement engineering, even you can go for one of the approach in requirement engineering, half your discussion. You can take a customer to a coffee shop and have a discussion. Your intention is not having coffee with your customer, but knowing the mentality and the psychological nature of the customer. And during this coffee, they will freely speak and the possibilities of getting more information from them. Okay, so a problem well stated is a problem half solved. A problem statement is very, very important. Even when you do your mini project, when you do a final year project, problem statement is very important, and various components you need to provide the context to describe the current situation, clarity, clarify the impact, to describe the ideal state, and frame potential solution. Okay, these are all the part of, even I can talk on providing a context, everything, but the problem statement, when you write a problem statement, you have to address all this: context, current situation, clarity, clarify the impact, and the ideal situation, and frame potential solution for that. And root cause analysis, you're all aware of the fishbone diagram. Okay, problem and the cause. Okay, the problem and the various causes. Okay. So if you have a fishbone diagram, when I normally encourage the students to draw a fishbone diagram for every subject. The problem is to pass or getting marks in or understand the concept. Say, for example, um, the TOC subject. Okay, TOC subject is the, to understand TOC subject, you have to draw the main fish bones are unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5. Okay, so under unit 1, you have subtopics. Okay, draw all the fish, the bones. Okay, sub bones. And if you have any subtopics, then you will put it as the branch of this. So in this way, if you have a root cause analysis, the concept, you will easily understand the concept. Okay, and abstraction is another. So the moment we look at the abstract, we'll know about the entire thing. So that is another problem solving technique. And analogy is very important. So what people have done earlier, need a study on it. Okay, instead of starting everything from the scratch, you need to know the earlier work and start from them. Brainstorming is one of the effective thing, and you need to have a lot of meetings, brainstorming. Multinational companies, why they are all meeting together and meeting frequently to share their ideas, share their views, and they will get more information on this. And trial and error is the one of the important, because once it is entirely developed, and if you go, it will a lot of leads lot of calamity. So trials can be used to test ideas rapidly and cost effectively. Modeling is very important, and the cost of failure is low if you go for trial and error method. And the successful trials results are repeatable as scale. Okay, so if the trial is succeeded, then you can go for scaling. Divide and conquer. Even the British people have acquired our country by applying this divide and conquer. And all the Roman emperors, British emperors, and French, they used this divide and conquer. They'll divide the people and conquer the small territory one by one. Finally, they will achieve their goal. Okay, similarly, you can divide your problem and solve the problem one by one. And reduction is another thing. So these are all the various components of the problem um, solving. Okay. So as part of critical thinking, we have analytic thinking, communication skills, creativity, and open mindedness. We have to be very proud that India is the third in the startup ecosystem. And when I say innovation, I encourage people to come up with startups. Okay, your ideas. If you have potential ideas, you can go for establishing the startups. And what is required for business pitching? Okay, business pitching. What is required for business pitching? The communication skill, research, problem solving, public speaking, and creativity. Okay, we may think that our journey in engineering education will end at submitting a project and attending the reviews and final viva. No, where you are starting with the next journey. The product which you have developed, you have to launch it market, and you need to identify the investors. When you go for investors, you are supposed to pitch it. Okay, we are not calling it as presentation. In business point of business terminology, we'll call it as pitch deck. Your presentation is called pitch deck, and your way of presenting your product is called pitching. Okay, pitching have to be very impressive, because the investors will be sitting in front of you. If you impress them, they will not give more time, maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 7 minutes. You have to tell about the market potential and uniqueness of your product and the market potential of the thing. Then you have to impress them. If they are impressed, they will invest on your business. Okay, so that you can scale your business. So you have to know the technology readiness level. So there are 9 technology readiness level. Start from basic research, applied research, critical function or proof of concepts established, lab testing, then validation, uh, then laboratory testing, prototype testing, then integrated pilot system demonstration, system incorporated in commercial design, system proven and ready for full commercial development. So these are all various technology readiness level. And the business model canvas. And business model canvas, I have to come up with your business model canvas. So key partner, need to identify the key partners, key activities, key resources, value proposition, customer relationship, channels, and so on. Okay, so once you identify your, what I say, your problem and develop a product, and the next step is you need to go to the market. And before that, you have to know the what I say, the potential of the market trend, and pitch it into the market. And you have to know the technology readiness level, then develop the business model. So these are all will definitely strengthen your project work. Okay, don't be think that your work will done with the presentation of your project work. If you want to become a successful leader, entrepreneur, you need to be an excellent leader, good dictator, creative and innovative, ability to judge people, excellent manager and communication. So from today onwards, you just improve your skill on these skills will definitely make you a successful entrepreneur. For your kind information and giving some successful entrepreneurs, Ratan Tata, Narayana Murthy, and Amish Premji are there. And if you are really want to do your research, focus these areas. Avoid plastics, no poverty, zero hunger, solve most of the sustainable development goals related problem issues. And we discussed about ideas, and we invite your bright ideas. I want to tell you that the examples, case studies, if you take Uber, Facebook, Alibaba, Airbnb, okay, they all these business, they started from the bright ideas. Okay, and ideas came in young minds. That is what we depending on you. India is depending on you. Our future GDP and economy is depending on today's students. Uber, the world largest taxi company, owns no vehicle. Facebook, the world's most popular media owner, creates no content. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, has no inventory. Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, owns no real estate. Think about the power of idea. And idea in a young minds can flourish at any level. And your ideas may become one of the unicorns like this. Okay. So I just want to tell you the mantra of hackathon, Smart India Hackathon. Innovations leads to new creation. New creations lead to bigger action. Bigger action leads to progress of nation and do innovative research on sustainable entrepreneurship. So I just wanted to, because I am just been here for just 1 hour or 1.5 hours. I have lot of stuff in my YouTube channel. I'm just sharing my YouTube channel. Even today's program also I'm streaming in my YouTube channel. I encourage everyone to open this link and subscribe my channel. You will get a lot of information, a lot of videos on startups, entrepreneurship, then innovation, intellectual property right, and other informations are level are there. So I request all the participants to make use of it. Okay. So those who are subscribed, you can type the message yes subscribed. Okay. So I strongly believe that you will listen. It will be helpful to your studies and for the further development on innovation, startups, entrepreneurship, intellectual property right, patent filing, patent searching, etc. Okay. So don't I encourage everyone to subscribe my channel and see the remaining videos, around 80 videos I have. So if you have time permits, you can go through all the videos. That will be more helpful to you. Okay. This was my contact details and address. You can approach me at any time for your professional assistance. I thank R.M.D institution for giving this wonderful opportunity to interact with the students. Thank the HOD ma'am, HOD of IT department, and Pravina ma'am for inviting me to address as part of IIC event. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for the interactive session. So I really hope the students would have enjoyed your presentation, the use cases you have given. Really, it was very interactive, sir. And I hope this session will be an eye opener. Okay, so smart spark which is needed for their innovation. Thank you, sir, for
Thank you.
really accepting our invitation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. I'm leaving.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
questions? If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm ready to answer. Otherwise, I can leave now.
Students, any questions you can unmute or you can post it in the chat.